what a fucking straight like fantasy land you have to live in, where I'm literally taking the anti-IDF position, which is rooted in fact, which is backed up by the UN investigation that was made on the event. But you're like, no, actually, you have to say that the IDF fired when the protesters were peaceful, and you have to say that it was a genocide, and you have to say that they used fucking chemical weapons.
Yeah,
like, why are you doing that? What the point? What are you gaining from that? Why do you have to take a bad situation, a condemnable situation, and make it like wrong and make it like incorrect? Why are you doing that?
Are you being disingenuous on purpose, or because you're doing comedy? If you're doing comedy, that's cool. Like, I understand.
But I do that was disingenuous.
Weird comedic like takes and stuff, and you'll sometimes smile with a smirk on your face, thinking you're all smart when you're kind of halfway only. But like,
but
in reality,
it was disingenuous.
Okay, listen, I don't know what the F is going on with you, Lonerbox, but like you've gone full retard mode, to be quite honest with you. Like, I think you've become Destiny 2.0, like, somehow. And I don't know why. That's the main thing. Like, I understand it. That's the main... You know what I mean?
Why are you still echoing?
Because here's the thing. So what I'm saying to you is this, right? 20,500 people have died. 8,000 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know that's all cool. You know, IDF, woo, lovely people targeting only women and children at 70%, 72% hit rate. Women and children at 72% hit rate. And that's what you call a decent army? Then you call that not a genocide? Are we serious? Like, I want to take Destiny and smack him upside the head for talking the way he does. You are at least more nuanced. But I don't know what you guys are not seeming to understand so far from what I'm saying. And chatters cannot...
I don't think I ever said the IDF were a decent army. I don't know where that came from, but okay.
But like, what I'm saying is, why can't we call IDF... Okay, so also, have you seen the treatment of the prisoners that they released? One lady gets an engine blown out, gets arrested for 8 years for injuring an Israeli officer. Full horse crap thing, and she gets into jail for 8.5. Her face is disfigured. She's the first day she was released.
Why did her face get disfigured?
I have no idea. So something blew up or something. I don't. Dude,
why
they cut her fingers off, bro.
Why did something blow up?
They cut her fingers off, bro.
Did they cut her fingers off?
Some engine problem in her car, and they blamed her on.
Are you sure it was an engine problem? Why do you know that?
Because that's what the report said. The report said they haven't found anything. What do you think Israeli law is? Democracy?
What was the report? Can you? If the report said that, why did they convict her? If that's what the report said, what report?
Because they have a 99.7% rate of freaking what do we call it?
Conviction.
Conviction rate.
But if the report said that she hadn't, it was just like an accident.
Wait, Lonerbox live. Listen.
If the report said it was an accident, why would the Israeli report say that if they were going to convict her?
Because, what do you mean? Why would the report say that? Oh, they'll make up their own reasons.
I'm just asking you questions about this case. So,
no,
what
I'm
report
giving
are we
you the
talking
answers.
about?
No, I'm giving you the answers. Like, I don't know what.
So, what report said that it was just an accident?
I'm seeing so clearly.
What report said it was an
accident? Or if
accident?
It's media issue, or what is it?
What report said it was an accident?
Bro, here, hold up. Put it to you.
Is her name Israel-Palestine?
Yes. Can we read that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what report am I supposed to read? I don't know what you're telling me to read.
Bro, I read it like day before yesterday when she like got out. Bro, I read.
Where?
Online. What, I'm supposed to have these sources ready right by me?
Well, with the amount of fucking confidence you're displaying, yeah. If there's a report that exonerates her, yeah, that's probably quite an important thing to direct me to, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll get it for you. Blah 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 blah. Oh great. Okay, how about this? AlJazeera.com. Israel Jabis returns home after release from Israeli prison. That's the one I read, I believe. Yeah.
So it wasn't PBS. Okay.
Wait, no, it's not that one. Because that's a video. You want to watch the video?
The video of the car bomb going off?
No.
Of the car exploding?
Dude, the video of the report. Why are you being disingenuous? Lonerbox, what the F, bro?
What video of the report? Show me that, yeah.
Like the thing on the Al Jazeera, if you Google it right there, I just gave you the headline. And her fingers are cut.
Wait,
her fingers
where?
are cut off. They cut off her fingers. By
Is
the
it
way,
in my DMs?
you can see that.
Is it in my DMs or?
Oh, hold up. Let me send. Let me send it to you on the DM. All right, let's do that. Command X.
The only news source I can see talking about this is the Telegraph, but I mean, I
Okay,
guess
I
they're
just
gonna
gave it to
say
you.
attempted
I just gave it to
bombing.
you.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, just check. You're welcome.
So this is the Al Jazeera story about it.
Go ahead. Just play it. It's like a 2-minute thing.
2 minutes long. Okay.
I know your ratings may suffer, but
خجولة إني أهبطها لأنه صار زلمة بس كل ما أتذكر
man,
أول
your
كلمة
chat
يما
is so hating me for no reason. Too.
بتذكر إنه هو لسه صغير بنظري.
You were being pretty fucking aggressive in the chat, but it's okay.
Just,
So her car burst into flames near a military checkpoint. Okay. She
Yeah.
says. Okay, so this is.
That's what she says. Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's go by what she says, bro. Her fingers are cut off, dude. Like, what do you mean? Like, these people are evil is what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't know how else to really put it to you.
I don't know if you noticed, but she's been kind of damaged by whatever happened. How do you know her fingers came off like
Because
as if
she
they were
said
cut
in
off,
the
or were they
in the-
amputated, or like what?
No. Like
ما في داعي إني أحكي عنها.
way to punish her.
غير أوجاعي
That's kind of what
من
happened.
ناحية المشاعر.
How do you know that?
Just play that. Play that thing you were playing right now. Yeah.
الشوق للأهل بس هي ضريبة السجن للسجين سجنوا. ناس صغار تعرضوا لأشياء بتنشافش ما بتنشاف من وقت ما صار الشيء يعني وأول يوم اعتقلوا أخذوا البنت.
So if we're saying people are mistreated in prison, I can believe that. Obviously, it's like a military occupation. There's going to be all kinds of political grievances, and it's also the fact that it's like a prison. People aren't generally treated well in prison. Okay.
الزنزانة مرة بكير وتتالت السحب على الزنزانة أسيرات أخريات ولكن في نفس اليوم الأول اللي هو تم رش الغاز فيه للأسيرات رشوا الغاز في غرفة مجاورة لغرفتي ويوميها صار عندي التهاب رئوي أنا من أسبوع وجاي لما صدري ارتاح.
Yeah, she's such a terrorist, guys. Really, yeah. She's really threatening IDF, the world's #1 military.
How do you know she's not?
Oh, yeah.
Also, mute. You need to mute.
Then I can't hear you. Okay. Anyways, keep going. That's fine. All right.
So this is, again, there's like a fucking Hinkle thing here with, there's a Sky News story. Detonating a car bomb at a police checkpoint. The blast also severely injured an Israeli police officer, later convicted of attempted murder and sentenced to 11 years. Is this just one person's word against the other, or?
Yeah, this is, I don't know if you guys understand. Over there, if you breathe and the guy gets COVID, you get in prison for like 7 months. Okay? If you accidentally touch somebody with a cocktail or something, you go to jail for about 35 years. So this is how these people operate.
Sorry, how many of the jail sentences?
No. I know you're going to try this
it?
BS with me now. Now you're going to ask for facts right on the table.
Yeah, I do
Go
care
ahead. Go
about
ahead.
facts. That's why I think the reason you don't like my coverage is because I care about facts. I think that's kind of what I'm getting to. Whereas it seems to be that you will have this default inclination to believe one side, even though there's not really any logical reason for it. There's not like one side is presenting stronger evidence than the other. It's just because you've got your priors: Israel bad, Palestinians good.
Okay,
Any situation that
Lonerbox.
ever
Okay,
happens, it must be because the Israelis were bad and the Palestinians did something good. It's just, it's so fucking
that's what
brain
you think.
damaged. I
That's
don't
what
know.
you
Like,
think that I think.
if you want me
I
to
know, I got
kowtow
it.
to that
No,
standard, then like, I don't know why you would ever watch me. There are fucking millions of other content creators who would do that for you and are very willing to. And it's not like they're hard to find.
because you sounded halfway nuanced, but then you went full Israeli as soon as Destiny started, like, I don't know,
What
giving you
position did
tips
I
or something.
change towards pro-Israeli?
Okay, listen. Can you just listen to one person and your whole opinion on this will change? Can I give you the name of this
No, no, no,
person?
no,
His
no.
name's
Answer the question. Which position did I
Go
change
ahead.
to
I'll
become
answer your question. Go ahead.
pro-Israeli since the thing started?
Yeah, because it seems like Destiny gave you some COVID kisses on your mouth or something, and then all of a sudden everything.
So
Israel is great. No,
you've
Israel
already
will
made the
never tell you
claim. So you've already made the
civilians.
claim. Now we're doing.
Hamas is the one that's getting hugs by their hostages. Israelis are the ones that are told that they're freaking killing their prisoners, damn near death. And
So
let's
you've
not look
already
at
made the
that.
claim. Now I'm asking you to give me the evidence. If you think I've
I'm
changed my
sorry, it's their
position, you should be
words.
able to
Just go
say
ahead and
which
look at
position
their
I've
words.
changed on.
No. I'm just saying overall. I'm not being 100% accurate on that, but I'm just
If
saying
it's overall, you should have at
it
least one
feels like
example. Just one.
no, because so many things Destiny says, and then you just like copy him and phrase him like, oh, for example, he told you, oh, Norm Finkelstein is a bad scholar. Says who? He's the only scholar that knows about this for 40 freaking years with every single thing factoid in his footnotes, and everyone, you guys are saying, "Oh no, it wasn't. It's not real." Why? Because it's against your narrative. Yeah, thank you. That's why. So I'm right and you're wrong.
Even other academics don't really like Finkelstein. Even like the news,
Oh,
he's not
they
included
don't
in the
like
new
him, right? But they
historians.
can't
He's
prove
a
him
fucking
wrong,
political scientist. Yeah, what are you talking about?
and they cannot prove him wrong.
Finkelstein has always been
Yeah,
unpopular.
yeah, he's unpopular because he's telling the truth. You know what? In times of bullshit, when someone tells the truth, you do become kind of unpopular. You lose your tenure. You lose speaking gigs
I don't
for
know. There are other
Israeli.
people who still have their tenure who say similar stuff to Finkelstein or have similar positions. They're just maybe a bit more cautious about it, I guess. Like,
They're more sweet about speaking the truth. That may be a little bitter.
why
Okay, listen to
isn't like
Ilhan
Pape
Pape. Fine,
discredited in the
listen to
same way
Ilhan
that
Pape.
Finkelstein is? What?
Listen to Ilhan Pape if that's what you need.
I mean, I've been reading Pape. The last book I read was The Ethnic Cleansing of Palestine. By the way, being unpopular doesn't automatically make you right. You understand that, right?
No. But in this case, it
Like,
is right.
no one, like, as in, for
Not
example,
well. I'm trying to explain this to
it's
you in a
not
very
Destiny's
like.
fault that Finkelstein came out guns blazing, celebrating the October 7th attacks within a few hours of them happening, and then said he had to
Because he
retract it
thought only 50
because
people were. He thought only 50 people were killed in a crossfire.
yeah,
By the
that's
way,
really
so
fucking
please know
stupid.
your
If you
facts.
think, yeah, why would you celebrate a Hamas attack because you think 50 people? Would that be
Because it's the
okay?
same thing as
Would 50
celebrating.
be acceptable?
Listen, yeah, 50 is acceptable in crossfires if they escape something and if they're attacking military, which is what Hamas's
Why did
intention
he
was,
assume
by
they
the
were
way.
doing that? Why did he jump to that?
If you
Why
think
wait?
Hamas are terrorists, you're the biggest idiot on the history of the planet, and I'm
Why
going to
did
go off on you right now.
why did he assume that? Why did he assume that they'd only killed military targets?
Wait,
He had no
what?
reason to assume that.
Dude,
Because he believes what they say, because he believed their fucking 2017 charter, because he believed them in 2014 when they said they were ready to moderate. Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot. That's
350
why.
people.
Because he's as
350
biased as you
people that
are.
have been killed are military. Lonerbox, I know you know that, right? So you know the target is 3 to 1, right? Civilians. And you know the other people's target is like 99.7% to 1.
Well, you don't know
To
that because the
include.
Gazan health ministry doesn't say when a Hamas person died. You don't know that.
Wait. Gaza Health Ministry doesn't say when Hamas people die?
They say when commanders or
Yeah,
high
but
up people
IDF
die. They don't
does.
say when
This is
fighters die. No.
IDF figures that I'm giving you. So I know you like to make these semantics and you got some verbiage greatness, with this YouTube channel thing that you got going on.
Yeah.
But like, let's not dispute facts here.
What
They're gonna like
fact?
destroy
What fact
you.
am I disputing?
No,
First
don't
of all,
laugh now.
you don't think it's a little bit irresponsible for Finkelstein to start soying out over the fucking October 7th attacks when he doesn't know who's died, when he doesn't know how they're targeting them, when he doesn't know the nature of the
Do you
attacks,
know
when
he
he doesn't
considers
know
himself
even
not
the death count, right? Because it's just breaking
Lonerbox
news.
live. Listen,
Do you think
he
that's responsible or
considers
no?
he considers Gaza, okay, like his last thing, like his last hope. That he considers himself as a messenger for Gaza, and he said he gave up on them in 2020 because nothing was going to happen until people who were kind of fighting for freedom escaped that. Guess what? You know what?
Why did he
if you
assume
do
that they were
peaceful
fighting
war
for freedom
in
and they escaped it?
2018, like they did, okay, and you get shot and you get 32,000 injuries and you get 300 people killed in a peaceful march, you're supposed to retaliate.
So he
If you
broke.
don't, you're
Why
a freaking moron.
have you realized that you haven't been able
And
to
a
stick on
loser.
a single topic since we started, right? Like you were just bouncing around, desperate to
No, I'm
grab
just giving you
something.
facts here.
You what did
I'm
you
giving you facts
what
so
did
that
you
you
just
can start
describe as a
thinking.
peaceful protest?
2018 was not a peaceful protest?
The March of
tell me.
Return?
2018 was not a peaceful protest.
What
Huh?
are you talking about the
Go
March
ahead,
of
please,
Return?
please go ahead. Yes.
When they were
peaceful,
throwing
exactly.
incendiary balloons and throwing Molotov cocktails?
You mean, I'm sorry, 32,000 people injured because of balloons and Molotov, and what? Molotov cocktail? Is that what you want to accuse now?
Well, I wouldn't
You want to
describe
go
it as
ahead
peaceful.
and accuse them of throwing rocks?
I wouldn't
that were
describe it
like
as
3
peaceful,
miles
would I?
long? Right. And that would be like 1 or 2 people out of like 100,000 people that went there.
How do you know it was 1 or 2 people?
32,000 people were capped in the knees. 32,000 people. Do you understand that? Do you understand that is terrorism? That is to instill terror in a group by political means.
I understand that it was an irresponsible and it was an overreaction by the military and it was deplorable. I wouldn't call it a peaceful protest, though. Why would you do that? Why would you lie?
Oh, that's not a peaceful protest. That was
Yeah,
their
it
whole
wasn't a
goal,
peaceful
was to do a
protest.
peaceful
Yeah.
protest. And guess what? That's what they did until Israelis started shooting them for no reason. And that, guess what? When you shoot people for no reason and they're peaceful, they become a little bit violent.
Do you think the shots came
October
before or
7th.
after the Molotov cocktails and incendiary balloons?
Dude, they targeted medics, they targeted doctors. Why don't you freaking understand this? Why is it so hard for you to understand? The evil people are Israelis, and these guys are defending themselves. They're resistance fighters. Why is this so tough for you to understand? Can you please tell me this?
So let's ask you again. Did the shots get fired before or after the Molotov cocktails and the incendiary balloons?
You want to do your research and tell me that?
Well, I know.
I don't know. That's what I heard. I mean, I'm sure I'm making it all up. I'm sure it was the
And I
cocktails
also
that
know
caused the problem.
that the argument that you want to make is that the UN did an investigation and they found that like maybe that almost all the people shot, maybe barring like 10 or 20, were actually posing a specific threat themselves. So you can definitely argue very easily that the IDF overreacted, that they were overly punitive,
then who's right?
that they
Am
were
I right, or
reckless,
are you right?
but not that they targeted as a means of policy, that they targeted peaceful protesters. That's not what they were. That's such a shit description of what happened. I don't know why you would do that.
Are you being disingenuous on purpose, or because you're doing comedy? If you're doing comedy, that's cool. Like, I understand.
What did I do that was
you got
disingenuous?
weird comedic takes and stuff, and you'll sometimes smile with a smirk on your face, thinking you're all smart when you're kind of halfway only. But like
What did
in
I
reality
say that
of
was
the whole
disingenuous?
equation, I'm trying to break you the F down is that I don't know why you don't understand what I'm trying to say here. Like, why can't you agree with what I'm saying and not agree with what Destiny is saying? Because I'm giving you facts.
You
Everything
didn't give
I've
me
said so
facts.
far
You
is a fact.
described it as a peaceful protest.
That's what it was intended. Yes, it was intended to be a peaceful protest.
Intended to
Oh my
be.
God, dude.
Was it peaceful or no?
Super peaceful.
Are protests where people are throwing Molotov cocktails and incendiary balloons usually peaceful in your work?
After you get shot, yes, that is peaceful. Yes, that is peaceful. Yes. After you get shot, yes, that is peaceful.
So they. Why do you
Yes,
think
they
it was
got
after they got
first,
shot?
and then they came up with that. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Now, please prove me otherwise.
Why do you think it was after they got shot?
Because that's what IDF did. Was these people are standing at our borders. They're threatening us. Oh my God, we will die. We IDF, the world's number 4th military, being sponsored by stupid number 1 military in the world, and we're the ones that are in danger, guys. Here, we have the best fucking materials in the goddamn planet Earth, and we're the ones who are getting really terrorized. Please, by these 4-year-old kids. So let's shoot them in the knee. 32,000 of them, by the way, just in case you're wondering. And everything I'm saying, you can check, by the way. Google it right now. Anybody in the stupid chat that's trying to say I'm lying? Aaron, you loser.
Confrontations began between protesters who threw stones, burned tires, and launched flammable kites, and Israeli soldiers who fired tear gas and live ammunition.
That's a legitimate resistance.
No, it's not.
After you get, oh my good God, dude! After you get shot, are you kidding? So
Why do you think
mean
it was
to tell
after
me
they
you'll
got
be
shot?
part of a protest?
Why are you saying it was after they got shot?
Dude, they got shot 32,000 times. Can you look at the injuries in 2018? Just look at the figure. It's 32,000 to like 400 on the Israeli side.
So then
Can
we're
you
not talking about.
to me, please?
Again, I already know. Like, I don't even have like a pro IDF position on this thing. It's just like you're wanting me to lie. I don't know why you're doing that. The critique of the IDF is quite easy to make.
Wait.
The critique of the IDF is quite easy to make, but I don't know why you have to insist that these shots were fired like on protesters before they were throwing stones or burning tires or launching kites. Like, I don't know why you have to say that.
I'm sorry, I'm giving you the facts.
And I don't know why
I know it hurts
you have to insist that this was a peaceful protest until people got shot at. I don't know why you're doing that. Like, why?
Look, I know.
This is the difficult thing, right? It's because my position is that the IDF killed people who didn't deserve to die. Like, my position is that
keeps on falling for it. But just because you guys keep on falling for it doesn't mean I fall for it.
The problem is that my position on this issue on the Great March of Return is that the IDF completely overreacted, that they didn't have to kill those people, that they did, that they used incredibly disproportionate force. But you're upset with that because I'm not saying the protest was peaceful before the shots were fired. How fucking what a fucking straight like fantasy land you have to live in, where I'm literally taking the anti-IDF position, which is rooted in fact, which is backed up by the UN investigation that was made on the event. But you're like, no, actually, you have to say that the IDF fired when the protesters were peaceful, and you have to say that it was a genocide, and you have to say that they used fucking chemical weapons. Like, why are you doing that? What the fuck is the point? What are you gaining from that? Why do you have to take a bad situation, a condemnable situation, and make it like wrong and make it like incorrect? Why are you doing that?
Wait, what am I doing that is incorrect? Please
You're saying that they fired when the protesters were peaceful.
The protest? What the fuck? Dude, are you kidding me? What? Bro, you're gonna make me lose my freaking mind on YouTube Live. This is beyond crazy. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're trying to say, or I don't know what you're thinking.
Wait, can you show me where you're getting that from? Can you show me where you're getting the idea that the protest was completely peaceful before the IDF fired any shots?
Okay, that'll take me about. Can you give me about 17 seconds if you don't mind? May we go to this? Let me send you the link. Now, don't blame me for the link because it's accurate. Don't blame me because you don't like the source, because you probably won't.
So I've got here.
Here you go. Here it is in your chat.
The first protest took place on the 30th of March 2018 during the Land Day. Some 30,000 Palestinians took part in the protests, which were launched from 5 tent camps that were set up 500 to 700 meters from the Israel-Gaza barrier, near the 300 meters no-go zone imposed by Israel. The majority of demonstrators in the encampments were away from the border security and did not engage in violence. Hundreds of young Palestinians, however, ignored warnings issued by the organizers and the Israeli military to avoid the border zone. When some Palestinians began throwing stones and Molotov cocktails, Israel responded by declaring the Gaza border zone a closed military zone and opening fire at them. You can criticize the IDF for overreacting, for using live ammunition when they didn't have to, and for shooting people who were not posing a sufficient enough threat. But you can't say this was a peaceful protest where the IDF fired before stones and Molotov cocktails were thrown. Stop.
I mean, like, honestly, dude.
Honestly, what? No, it's something dishonestly. You're about to say something dishonestly, but go on.
Did you read the article that I gave you?
Let's see.
Of course you didn't.
Al
Yeah, okay,
Jazeera.
got it. Go ahead, read it out loud, just like you did the other thing.
Where am I? Which part of this? This is all just so March of Return.
Yeah, I mean, I sent you the damn thing.
This call led to weekly Friday protests.
Yeah.
The protests not achieved their goal. I'm not seeing any descriptions here of the opening fire. Hang on. Let's go from the top.
Yeah. Right.
Demanding return to their homes. They were expelled. 750,000 people.
Right. So
Demanding an end to the
protest, okay.
blockade. Demonstrations marched on March 30th. Have continued since, despite the Israeli army's deadly response. Snipers opened fire. Are they? But they're not saying what happened before the snipers opened fire.
They're not giving you what you want.
Are they asserting?
I'm sorry.
Wait, you're not this stupid.
I'm so
There's
sorry,
no fucking
really.
way you're this stupid. Is there anything on this page that's saying? It's not even refuting the
And
claim.
there's no way you're that scholarly as you're pretending to be, bruh.
I'm not pretending to be scholarly. I'm pretending to know how to read a fucking article. Like,
yeah, so
there's
read
no
that
assertion
article,
either way. Okay, I'm gonna read this line. Okay, and you're gonna tell me, and you're gonna answer one question.
And read it in
okay?
front of the freaking people so they can see too.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
It's here. Israeli
All right.
snipers opened fire at protesters during the demonstrations, killing 266 people and injuring almost 30,000 others in 1 year, according to Gaza's health ministry. Now, you tell me, does this sentence say anything about whether or not the protesters were peaceful before or after they were shot at?
Does it say they were not peaceful?
Does it say anything at all about whether they were peaceful or not?
So it doesn't say that.
So why are you giving me this article? Why are you giving me this article that doesn't even make a claim? It's not even making a claim that they were peaceful. It's not even making a claim either way.
It's showing you what the military is doing. So if you call it disproportionate, okay, and if you say it's over the top,
that's my claim. That's my original claim, which hasn't changed since the beginning of this conversation.
Let's suppose that. Okay, right. So where does it say that we are burning tires and doing all this crap that you were coming up with right now?
It doesn't say in this article, because this article doesn't necessarily claim either way. Now, does that mean we should just look for no further information, or?
Okay. Show me which article does say that. Then I'll agree with you. Okay, I'll agree with you that maybe there was a couple people that went off. So show me where it says that, like on air.
Let me go through this New York Times article. Hang on.
Because if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Like I'm a fact-based person. I'm not this weirdo.
Okay. All right. What was billed as a 6-week campaign of peaceful protests in Gaza, culminating in a mass march towards Israel, descended almost immediately into chaos and bloodshed on Friday, with at least 12 Palestinians reported killed by Israeli soldiers in confrontations along the border fence. Soon after the campaign began, Friday morning, the Israeli military reported that Palestinian protesters were rioting in 6 locations along the border, rolling burning tires and hurling stones at the fence and at Israeli soldiers beyond it. Later, it reported that Molotov cocktails were thrown at soldiers. By late afternoon, the health ministry said that 12 Palestinians had been killed by Israeli fire, more than 1,000 injured.
Okay, now who's the source?
New York Times.
Oh, New York Times, the same one that said that this thing didn't get bombed by the JDAM. The same one that you're going to claim was actually done by, Hamas militants that have just failed to kill even one person in the history of their lives in their own city of Gaza, but somehow they killed 50 people with one. That really makes logical sense. But the people that have actually bombed 22 hospitals on purpose and are telling you that they're doing it, they're really not. Please tell me, Lonerbox Live, you don't see the hypocrisy in your words. Please tell me you don't see it.
So that was an interesting pivot.
No, it wasn't. It was just
we were talking about whether or not these protesters were attacking.
And you were trusting that same New York Times, right? That will always take up for the Israeli army and say IDF.
But they didn't though. The New York Times went against the Israeli claim on the misfired rocket.
Now they did. Originally, what did they say?
So it seems to be that they don't have a side, that they will just report what's factual. It seems to be that they might actually just report what they think is true rather than what helps Israel or helps Hamas, because it seems to be they've gone both ways in different
And
stories.
isn't it possible that they have a certain perspective, pre-installed perspective that they have to come up with every time and then justify
How though? Why
outwards
didn't they say?
looking
So
at the
why didn't their investigation call it a rocket misfire? Why didn't they say that there was enough evidence for that?
Wait, so you're saying after they did an investigation and they came to the truth, you said originally them not
I don't think the
declaring that
I don't think the New York
not
Times
wrong?
claimed that it was definitely a rocket misfire, did they? I thought they were one of the
No,
ones who
nobody
didn't.
claimed it was definite because it wasn't definite. But guess what? It took the freaking
They said that the one
Israeli
that, from the Al Jazeera video that everyone was saying was the misfired rocket that hit the hospital actually wasn't. So they countered the IDF's claim on that one, as far as I remember.
Dude, all the magazines.
Don't think I haven't
suddenly
forgotten.
pivoted.
Don't think I've forgotten that you
Yeah, well, neither have
dodged the
I.
point about
Just
the
'cause I
protesters
made no couple details up and down,
firing
right?
Molotov cocktails and throwing stones before they were shot.
And anybody's thinking that Al Jazeera is biased towards Hamas or whatever is a brain dead idiot that should literally shoot themselves in the head, like right now, and end it all, because their brains are not working. You know, just being honest.
Do I have to ask you again? I thought you said you were going to admit that these protesters were throwing Molotov cocktails before they were shot.
Right. You're right. I admit that a biased magazine that has been known to be super biased,
Even though its
Palestinians
investigation on the
fired.
rocket misfire actually went against
Yes,
Israel's
yes,
claim.
I do. New York Times said that. Yes, I do.
Okay.
So now, what are you going to call me?
So Al Jazeera is
dishonest?
impartial. Well, even though the Al Jazeera article didn't even say either way, you just inferred that yourself. You just added that in. You invented
What
that
I'm trying to tell you is, what I'm
out of
looking at is
nothing.
the bulk.
You
What I'm looking at
conjured
is the
it
bulk of evidence.
from thin air
I'm looking at the bulk.
with fuck all, with one sentence,
Jesus
and you just
Christ,
inserted
Lonerbox,
your
chill.
own. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is, like, when I'm showing you what I'm showing you, and you're like not seeing it for like, I don't know why, it pisses me off. I don't know why. It just does.
Maybe you should, if you don't know why, maybe you should maybe do some investigating and figure it out, because it seems to be right now that you're just upset that I haven't repeated your unsubstantiated claims.
I just gave you one incidence that shows you the cruelty and brutality of the IDF.
Which I've
Not all
already
of them.
held and
I'm
I've already
just giving
spoken
you-
about on this stream. I've already spoken about the brutality of the IDF and this protest. I just don't describe
And
it as a
somehow you
peaceful
always find a way
protest.
to cover for them, and you don't find a way to cover for Hamas. Gee, I wonder why.
How is that? It's not covering for them. It's just adding context. It's just it's like, that's not covering for them. Just because a protest is not peaceful doesn't mean you have a right to fucking shoot 200 people, right? I can make that judgment.
Yes.
It just isn't as very good. It's just not great propaganda, though. It's good propaganda to say that it was a peaceful protest where the people were shot for no reason.
Bro, you're okay.
You want me to
again
do
gonna this.
propaganda. That's what you want me to do. Or you want me to
No,
lie.
I don't want you to do propaganda. I want you to stick to the facts, but I don't want you to cover.
But you
for
didn't stick to
IDF.
any facts.
Seems
You
like
gave me a
covered
source that
for
didn't
them.
even say, that didn't even assert the claim that you were making. You gave me a source that didn't say who was being violent first. You just gave me a source that said there was violence. Right? Okay. So you didn't even give me a source
Right.
that claimed
What-
anything.
what
You didn't
I'm
even give me a
trying to tell you
biased
is-
source. You just gave me nothing.
What I'm saying, when people go to the border, protest peacefully, intentionally peacefully, okay, they should not be shot.
Wow,
Like,
really?
in
That's a
any
huge
civilized
claim.
society, even in the animal kingdom, they should not be shot. Right?
Mhm.
The way these IDF people are treating others is not humane.
But-
so I want you to acknowledge that and call them inhumane.
Why are you
Do you get it?
still holding,
Lonerbox live?
why are you still holding to the claim that they were peaceful protesters? The source you sent me didn't even say that.
Oh my. The source I sent you said nothing about who started it and who didn't. We all know
Yeah,
Israel
that's,
starts
which is not a
everything.
positive claim. Oh, we
By the
all
way,
know.
everyone knows that.
Oh, okay.
You
We
don't know that?
so you're
again
appealing to your
believing mainstream
intuition.
kind of
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
propaganda.
So you're appealing to your intuition. Okay.
No, I'm not appealing to my intuition. I'm appealing to logic. I'm appealing to facts. I'm looking back at things that how they happen and how IDF every time they say the exact opposite of what's happening, and then they get caught and nobody catches them up. No Lonerbox Live goes in on them afterwards. No Destiny goes in on them afterwards. Because guess what? Propaganda is very powerful. The first time when you lie and you don't get caught, it's very powerful. And I don't care if your stupid chat agrees or not. I know I'm speaking facts.
Yeah. So your evidence that these protesters were completely peaceful before the IDF started shooting is that
Also, by the way, I
the
have eyes and
IDF,
ears.
we
and I
all
can
know
see the
this is what
protests as well,
happens. We
by the
all
way.
know.
That's my evidence. My eyes and ears. I was also there. I was watching this. This is only 5 years ago. This isn't 5,000 years ago.
Wow. Well, when you put it that way. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I mean, you're kind of wrong about everything and stuff, but like, you're sometimes okay.
Okay.
Theoretically, you could be,
All right.
Your country sucks, but guess who doesn't suck? Hezbollah. Oh, by the way, the person I was telling you to just listen to a clip from, that person is Scott Ritter. I don't know. Do you know? Have you heard him?
Scott Ritter.
Yeah, Scott Ritter, Ritter.
I've
If you
heard
literally
about
put
him.
any clip of his for 20 minutes, I think your opinion on everything will change. I think. So how about you do me the favor and do it right now on chat and prove me correct?
Isn't Scott Ritter like a sex offender?
Bro, no. He's a former Israeli.
Wasn't he convicted of
helping-
sex crimes involving a minor in 2011?
Yeah. Really, he did. I'm sure. Yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay. Oh wait, maybe I think he was found. Oh yeah, he was found guilty. Oh, he was.
Wait. So you're telling me you're coming up with your Wikipedia a dude, and you didn't play his YouTube article or whatever that I was trying to get you to play.
I haven't seen what you sent me, but
Because he was found guilty in online sex.
masturbated in online chat with detective posing as an underage girl. That's not cool, is it? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, bad character. So let's do character assassination, and then let's not believe what he
No,
says.
there's fucking people in the waiting room. No,
on every
wait.
single thing. Let's not look at that.
We need to stop, okay? It's been good talking. I'm sure I'll chat to you another time, okay?
Yeah.
Right,
I love you too, bro.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. I don't... What the fuck? Jesus Christ.